Hey guys, it's Adam with PCP Media, and this is part 2 of our Halo pistol build. Here you can see the first version of the Halo style Glock 17 frame that we are working on. This I got from the Control-Q website. It is one of the remixes for the Glock 17 frame that you can find on there. As you can see, the handguard, or trigger guard, I'm sorry, is in the same place as normal, but then an extended version comes down, mimicking the M6 pistol from the Halo franchise. Now it's got this nice honeycomb WandaVision style pistol grip, or gripping, that is really aesthetically pleasing and is also nice to hold. It gives a good grip. Now you can see it's still a little rough around the edges. I did not sand it because I don't have sandpaper, and it's got that Glock rail, that pesky Glock rail that the next version that's going to actually be coming my way now. Someone's actually doing it for me because they do CAD for a living, and they took pity upon me. So they're going to give me a Glock rail version, which will be great because I took the optic mount from the big point available on Control-Q as well, which is part of the high point, the 3D printed high point files you can get. And what it'll do is it'll come onto the pick rail. It's there, but it'll have a pick rail below it, so I can still put on a flashlight, and then it'll act as a shroud that comes up over the pistol slide and gives me a Picatinny rail on top that I can put an optic, mimicking the style of the Halo pistol from the video game franchise. And yeah, if not necessarily in form, but definitely in function. Now this came out pretty decently well. I printed it vertically, which was done because you can see, this all looks pristine. We don't want what's called the support structures, the support trees, to, be all nasty, but this is beautifully well done. Came out very well. The support structure for this part of the frame kept collapsing and never built in, but fortunately it still came out at the end of the day. I was actually going to cancel the build when it collapsed, but the missus told me, hey man, just keep it going, like you're so close, because I was probably only had about, yay much, about half an inch when it kept collapsing real bad like that. But it came out pretty well. I still need to clean it up some. There's still a few things, like here I had really bad stringing, and so I'm gonna have to sand this nastiness off. This is supposed to be a nice little X pattern support stuff that should be able to easily come off, but it didn't quite work out that way. Now up here, I had some separation between the layers. It looks kind of gnarly, and this weird discoloration. And that's okay. This is the first, attempt at this. So I'll work on finding out what settings I need to do to try to, at the base, not have this separation. But I didn't have string terribly. I do have these little bumps in here that I'll need to sand smooth. It's a little rough around the edges down here, but that's okay. Because this is generally what it looks like when you 3D print and you have structures to support part of it, okay? So you can see like that. And so that is, we'll kind of sand it down to give it a nice smooth look. Something else I noticed is that, let me see if I can find it again. I did notice that, oh, actually, hold on, I'll flip it over. You can see that here, and definitely it shows up on the other side as well. You can see the light coming through it. Maybe not too well. But right here, it is a little thin, which I wish the frame was a little thicker there, but that's not like it's a surface that is necessarily going to have stress on it. So because it's not a stress-bearing surface, it's not as huge of a deal. Now, to complete this, I need a Glock 17 Generation 3 lower parts kit. I need the rails that fit in here, and here there's metal rails that inserts you want to get in from AVs or Avies, AVES, yeah, however they say their name. And I don't have those for this. I did just get mine in for my Glock 19 build that I'm working on. And then I need to get, obviously, a barrel and slide and guide rod to finish the top. But this one, like I said, is still, this was more of a practice round to get familiar with how I'm going to break the parts off. And, I'm just, like I said, I'm not really a fan of that proprietary rail system. I really want the pick rail, which will be on the next version that I do. But overall, this is not too bad for getting started, and I'll probably still try to take this gun to completion. So if you like this content, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, check out my Patreon, please check out my store, and thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.